Hi, this is Kimberly Jones, and I would like to talk today about my PLC implementation plan for Bryan Elementary. But first, I would like to talk about PLCs in general. We know that PLCs are a very beneficial resource for educators. They provide collaboration on a more formal level. They promote student learning, and we are able to provide higher teacher engagement through the PLCs. So there are 4 core questions of a thriving PLC. Question 1, what is essential that the students learn? Question 2, how will the PLC team know if the students are learning? Question 3, what is the team going to do if students do not learn? Question 4, what happens when students already know the information? So the first question I would like to expand on is what is essential that the students learn? DeFore states that it is essentially fundamental for all students to learn at high levels. To do this, we need to align our teaching styles and our curriculum. We need to work as a team, a collaborative team, to meet these goals. As teachers, we know that we have to unpack the standards, meaning we have to dive deep into the standards and find ways to hit those standards in engaging in meaningful ways for our students. We also need to be very aware of the learning targets. Question 2, how will the PLC team know if students have learned? Well, the first thing that needs to be done is evaluating student learning. We can do this through formative assessments, and once these formative assessments have been given, we have to adapt our instruction based on the assessments. And it's super important to use assessments regularly and accurately. When we do this, student learning becomes relevant. Question 3, what is the team's plan if students do not learn? So the first idea would be to begin intervention groups. We could have an intervention PLC where we would sit and work together to identify critical needs. We also need to understand the common goal and have a specific means of accountability. Student engagement and achievement occurs when we work with small groups and through intervention and give these kids extra help. So the fourth question, what happens when students already know the information? The first thing we need to do is find out if they've actually mastered the skills, and if they've mastered the skills and show a deep knowledge of the content, then we can provide extensions which will provide opportunities for higher learning. So stretching the learning beyond the grade level that you're working with. And after extensions, we can also just provide enrichments for all the students so that we can provide equality. So at Bryan Elementary, our demographics, our population of students is 830. We're a rather large school. We have 743 white students. We have 87 non-white students with 41 classroom teachers and 19 resource teachers. My area of focus for this implementation plan is iReady Math for kindergarten. So according to my data, it shows that 88 out of the 117 kindergarten students perform below grade level on the iReady Math diagnostic. That is stating that in the fall, when it was administered, they came in either emerging K is where most of them were, still below grade level. So the goals would be to identify, target, and improve the areas of deficiency. So the guidelines and plans that I have specified would be, first of all, we need to utilize differentiated math instruction so that we can see growth in iReady. Students will be placed in intervention groups, like I discussed before, in order to meet these goals. Teachers will also participate in vertical meetings and PD as well. And students will be given the already diagnostic 3 times a year in the fall, the winter, and the spring. I have laid out a schedule, and the teachers and administrators that are responsible for helping with these different guidelines and plans. So I have a couple of references. I referenced DeFore, a quote from DeFore, and I would like to thank you. And that is all I have for today. Thank you.